Hey, I'm Carrie from Wrap Your Head Around Silks. Welcome to today's lecture on windshield wiper prep. Okay, windshield wiper is what I call the step right before we go into a full expression of meat hook conditioning. Okay, and today we're actually doing the first step of windshield wiper. So we start in a straddle, so our legs are here. You're upside down in your inversion. And by this point, you can do a straddle balance, which means you wrap the hands, so we're just a little bit off the ground, and you can come into your straddle and you can hold it for at least 10 seconds. That's where you need to start. If you're not there yet, you're going to work up into that point into the windshield wiper prep, okay? Which goes into the windshield wiper, which goes into the full expression of meat hook. So when I was first training, I was training with these women who were just so incredibly strong, and they have their meat hooks full expression already. And so we would do all these exercises and they were doing the full expression of it, and I couldn't even get close to it. And then over time I realized I need a lot more steps, like I needed a lot more progression to get there. And I'm still not completely there. My full expression of meat hook is there sometimes and sometimes it's not. I always have my windshield wiper recently, but I learned through that I needed, not just 1 or 2 steps, but maybe 3 or 4 steps to that exercise. Okay, so you're in your straddle balance. Your legs are here. Not here towards your face, so I don't like it when it's like a shallow straddle where we're flattening our straddle out to our face like this. Really lifted with your legs. And then we're gonna take the leg that stays close to your face and down, I want it all the way to your face. And then the other one's gonna travel all the way to the ceiling, 12 o'clock, okay? So that leg is also not coming more towards your face. It's going straight up to the sky like a rocket, completely vertical. The other one stays straight and as close to your face as possible. So you're here, and then you're gonna go back to your straddle balance. This leg comes closer to your face, then this one comes all the way up to 90 degrees, straight up through the poles, not close to your face. So this one is gonna come straight through the poles, up, hold. You wanna keep your thighs close to your forearms here as you're holding on to the fabrics, going back to your straddle balance. This one comes close to your face. This one travels up, 90 degrees. This thigh stays on your forearms. Now, if the challenge is keeping your hips up, then we want to pull it back 1 progression from there. If you go to your straddle balance and your hips start dropping as you start moving that leg up to 90, maybe you go to this angle versus maybe you go to this angle with the leg that's moving versus this angle, okay? Again, if you need more progressions, if you need more micro steps, that is how I, as a person who doesn't gain strength quickly and put on muscle easily, that is how I did it. I am the strongest that I've ever been in my aerial life now, at my age now. So it's possible, but give yourself some grace if you need some more progressions, if you need some more mini steps inside of the exercise.
All right, friends, the first thing is our straddle balance. And you see here why it's the most important thing. Because when we start moving that right leg, you can see that my thighs are in contact with my forearms and my hips are super high, which makes this possible. And my free leg, my left leg, is going as close to my face as my flexibility allows. Okay, and that leg, that top leg, is straight up. Okay, so we're going to see my left leg travel, my right leg travels at the same time, and we see that it is straight up to the ceiling versus coming through the poles. Okay, my hips are still connected to my forearms. And you want to open up the heart as much as possible. We go back to our straddle balance. And then really, it's the hips staying high as these legs start to move. Okay, so that straddle balance is of utmost importance, and we really want to feel like we're long through our backs in our straddle.